In the quiet village of Oakhaven, nestled beside rolling green hills and a sparkling river, life was simple and predictable. Girls grew up learning to cook, sew, and dream of becoming wives and mothers. Lily, however, dreamed of gears, engines, and the hum of machinery. From a young age, Lily was different. While other girls played with dolls, Lily was fascinated by her grandfather's old clock, spending hours watching the intricate dance of its cogs and springs. Old Man Thomas, a retired clockmaker with twinkling eyes and a kind smile, saw her spark and took her under his wing. He taught her about levers, pulleys, and the magic of transforming raw materials into working machines. "There's beauty in understanding how things work, Lilybug," he'd say, his hands gnarled with age gently guiding hers as they tinkered with broken gadgets. "Don't let anyone tell you otherwise." But Oakhaven had its traditions, and for girls, mechanics wasn't one of them. Lily's mother, Sarah, a gentlewoman with a loving heart, worried. "Lily, darling," she'd say, her brow furrowed. "It's not proper. What will people say? No one will want to marry a girl covered in grease." Lily loved her mother, but she couldn't ignore the pull of her passion. She continued to help Old Man Thomas in his small workshop, hidden behind his house like a secret garden. She learned to fix broken radios, repair farm equipment, and even build small machines from scratch. The villagers whispered, "That Lily is a strange one," they'd mutter behind cupped hands. "Always with the gears and oil, not very ladylike." One day, Old Man Thomas fell ill. His cough, which had been a constant companion for years, worsened. He was bedridden, and the workshop fell silent. Lily was heartbroken. Not only was her mentor sick, but the heart of her world, the workshop, seemed to be dying along with him. As Old Man Thomas weakened, he called Lily to his bedside. He took her hand, his grip surprisingly strong. "Lilybug," he rasped, his voice weak but firm. "Promise me something. Promise me you'll keep the workshop alive. Promise me you'll never let anyone dim your spark." Tears streamed down Lily's face. "I promise, Grandpa Tom," she choked out. Old Man Thomas passed away peacefully a few days later. The loss hit Lily hard. She was inconsolable, not just for the passing of her grandfather, but also for the fear that her dream would die with him. She inherited the workshop, but it felt more like a burden than a blessing. The whispers of the villagers grew louder. "She should sell it," they said. "It's just gathering dust. A girl has no use for tools." Sarah, torn between her daughter's happiness and societal expectations, didn't know what to do. She wanted Lily to be happy, but she also didn't want her to be ostracized. One evening, a fierce storm raged through Oakhaven. The river, usually a gentle murmur, swelled into a raging torrent. The old wooden bridge that connected Oakhaven to the next town was weakened. The villagers huddled in their homes, listening to the wind howl and the rain lash against their windows. The next morning, the bridge was gone, washed away by the relentless force of the river. Oakhaven was cut off. Panic set in. The town relied on the next town for supplies, medicine, and trade. With the bridge gone, they were stranded. The elders of the village gathered, their faces etched with worry. "We need to rebuild the bridge," the mayor declared. "But how? We don't have the resources, the expertise." Lily, who had been quietly observing, stepped forward. "I can help," she said, her voice trembling slightly, but filled with determination. The villagers stared at her in disbelief. "You? A girl?" scoffed Mr. Henderson, the village butcher, his face red with indignation. "What do you know about building bridges?" "I know about mechanics," Lily replied, her voice gaining strength. "I know about structures, about weight distribution, about making things strong and stable. Grandpa Tom taught me." The villagers exchanged skeptical glances. They had never seen Lily as anything more than Old Man Thomas's quirky granddaughter. But desperation outweighed prejudice. "All right, Lily," the mayor said, his voice hesitant. "Show us what you can do." Lily, with newfound courage, rallied the villagers. She explained her plan, a design for a new bridge that was stronger and more resilient than the old one, using local materials and simple but effective engineering principles. Some villagers remained doubtful, but others, inspired by Lily's confidence and knowledge, stepped forward to help. They worked tirelessly, cutting timber, gathering stone, and following Lily's instructions. Days turned into weeks. Lily was the heart of the operation, guiding, encouraging, and solving problems as they arose. She was covered in dirt and grease, but her eyes shone with purpose. The work was hard, and there were setbacks. One day, a support beam collapsed, injuring one of the workers. Doubt crept back into the villagers' minds. "See," Mr. Henderson declared triumphantly. "I told you she couldn't do it. This is a job for men, not a girl playing with toys." Lily's heart sank. She felt the weight of their skepticism crushing her. She was about to give up when she remembered Old Man Thomas's words. "Never let anyone dim your spark." She took a deep breath and addressed the villagers. "Yes, there was an accident," she said, her voice firm. "But we can learn from it. We can make the design stronger. We can do this. We just need to keep working together." Her words rekindled their hope. They rebuilt the support beam, this time with Lily's improved design. Slowly but surely, the bridge began to take shape. Finally, the day arrived when the bridge was complete. The villagers gathered on the riverbank, their faces filled with anticipation. Lily stood at the head of the bridge, her heart pounding in her chest. She took the first step, and the bridge held. She walked across, her steps firm and confident. The villagers followed, their faces breaking into smiles. The new bridge was a testament to Lily's ingenuity and determination. It was stronger, safer, and more beautiful than the old one. Oak Haven was connected to the world again. The villagers cheered, their voices echoing through the valley. They lifted Lily onto their shoulders, their faces beaming with pride. "Lily! Lily! Lily!" they chanted. Mr. Henderson, his face flushed with embarrassment, stepped forward. "Lily," he said, his voice humbled. "I was wrong. You are a true engineer. You saved our village." Lily smiled, her heart overflowing with joy. She had not only proven herself, but had also shown the villagers the value of embracing talent, regardless of gender. Life in Oak Haven changed after that. The villagers no longer whispered about Lily. They admired her, respected her, and sought her help with all things mechanical. She opened her own workshop, a thriving business that served the entire region. She trained other young people, both boys and girls, in the art of engineering. Lily never forgot Old Man Thomas's words. She dedicated her life to not only pursuing her passion, but also to making the world a better place. One gear, one engine, one bridge at a time. She became a symbol of change, a beacon of hope for girls everywhere, who dared to dream beyond the confines of tradition. Years later, Lily, now an old woman with silver hair and wise eyes, stood on the bridge she had built. She watched the river flow beneath her, the same river that had once threatened to isolate her village. But now, it was a symbol of connection, a testament to the power of passion, perseverance, and the courage to challenge the norms. She smiled, knowing that she had not only followed her dream, but had also paved the way for others to follow theirs. The gears of change had turned, and Oak Haven, and the world, was better for it.